Now listen, I don't eat the swine very often, but I'm not gonna say I never eat it and lie like some of y'all do, because I saw y'all at the cookouts this summer and I know y'all eat it. So for those of us that indulge from time to time, here is a pork loin recipe I found a while back that is amazing. I'm actually gonna start with my sides. I'm gonna make some homemade mashed potatoes. So here you can see me chopping up my potatoes, and no, I'm not using correct form with this cutting, so don't be like me. Use some safety, but make sure you wash your potatoes very, very well, okay? I also scrub them before I dice them up, so make sure you do that and then put them in a pot and let them boil until they're soft. Now here's my pork loin. You want to have you about a 3-pound pork loin. This one's 3.5. I got it at Aldi's for $6.62, y'all. But these are the seasonings that I'm going to use. So yeah, I use a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, and also a teaspoon of pepper. I'm also going to use the little leaves, stems, whatever you want to call them, of some rosemary and some thyme and throw that in there. Take out the stems, y'all. I took them out, okay? And then I'm just going to mix this dry rub all together. So I'm going to take some Pam or cooking spray, whatever you want to use. Mine is the butter kind, and I'm going to spray my pork loin and then sprinkle like Salt Bae all of my seasonings all over this pork loin, and then you want to massage it, okay? Massage it like you massaging somebody's back, okay? Because you want to make sure those seasonings get in there really, really well. And then after you've worked it in all well, you're gonna put some olive oil in your cast iron skillet. Y'all know how I feel about my cast iron skillet. Make sure the bottom is coated evenly. And then I'm gonna take my pork loin and place it in there, and I'm gonna cook it on each side for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Each side until it's nice and brown. Once it is looking pretty good and brown like this, you're gonna remove it and transfer to a pan fat side up, okay? That's a very important thing. And now what we're gonna do is make the glaze for our pork loin. So as you can see, I started out with some garlic. I honestly don't know how much that is. I eyeballed it, so about that much. Just throw it in your bowl and then add in about 1/4 of a cup of honey. So then you'll go in with 3 teaspoons of low sodium soy sauce, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I think I added about 2 more teaspoons off camera. So do what you want, it's your sauce. And then you're gonna go in with about 1 tablespoonful of Dijon mustard. And also about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, but yeah, I messed up on my camera. So anyways, y'all know, make sure to add that in. Then you're gonna whisk it together very well until it looks about like this. And from here, you're going to cover your entire pork loin with this glaze. I'm telling you, it's going to keep it so juicy and so flavorful. Make sure you evenly cover the pork loin with this glaze. And then after you have finished pouring it, you are going to get you some foil and tightly cover the entire thing. After you have covered it, you're going to take a knife and just add some little slits in for ventilation, and then you're going to put it in the oven for 25 minutes on 375. In a previous video, you can find the recipe for my air fried balsamic Brussels sprouts, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those in the air fryer. And I'm going to move on to preparing my garlic parmesan mashed potatoes. So I like to use heavy whipping cream. I'm going to also add some butter, some more garlic, because again, garlic parmesan, my seasonings, my salt, my pepper. I'm going to add in a little bit of onion powder, and I'm also going to go in with some more garlic powder. And then of course the parmesan, because it's not garlic parmesan mashed potatoes without the parmesan. So yeah, you'll continue to mix these up until they're the consistency that you would like, and then you're just gonna set them to the side to prepare for your plating. Now back to the pork loin. It has been in there for 25 minutes, so I am going to remove the foil, and it is looking and smelling so good. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for another 5 to 7 minutes uncovered, and this is what it looks like when it comes out. It is so juicy still on the inside. Now, I am heavy on the balsamic when it comes to my Brussels, but you can put however much that you would like. This is how I like for mine to look. And then voila, here is the plate. And let me tell you, y'all, that pork loin was so tender and so juicy. Like, oh my goodness, it was amazing. The flavors of everything complemented each other so well, y'all. Like, it was so delicious. And when I say we ate and left no crumbs, I mean that literally. It was so good. Let me know if you would try this in the comments.